Alright, think about it. Life is like an RPG, and if you're on a mission, a quest, and the warriors around you won't aid or beat the quest with you, then why would they be there? When your goal to a better life, meaning that socially, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, purposefully, you're improving your life to where you're at a point that you're existentially fulfilled and functional. And these things require deep work. You gotta defy yourself, control and channel your emotions, seek understanding beyond your own. Challenge yourself, get stronger, learn, and more if you want a better life, objectively. And when I say objective, the mission, the purpose, who will get in your way? Well, first, it's gonna be you. You're gonna get in your own way. I'm gonna get in my way. You're the first thing to get in your way is yourself. Because you gotta defeat yourself first. It's you who's holding you back. Your fears, insecurities, and negative thoughts, and limited beliefs, and everything. It's you who you gotta beat first. And then a very close second is gonna be your friends and family, like very close second. Cause then it's not like you beat yourself and then as you walk, they come along. Nah, it's you. The moment you're tackling yourself, they're gonna be right there, like literally right there. And third is probably gonna be society, just overall grand, groups, people around you, stuff like that. And there are scenarios when you should sacrifice those for your life success. I recently learned that literally sometimes you're gonna have to sacrifice things to get to other places. I know that sounds kind of like, well, duh, right? But I didn't really learn that until recently. I sacrificed my best friend for success. I stopped talking to certain people. I stopped doing or very decreased heavily certain things for success. And because when you get to a point when you actually love yourself, you actually love other people, you actually care about what's gonna happen in your life and how other people are gonna affect you. At that point, you have to think about, okay, what is this doing for me? What am I doing for it? Long term, what is this gonna, how is this gonna turn out? Because even if you've known somebody for, let's say, 5 years, right? That's cool and all. But then if the outcome is that they're not even someone in your life that is really, they're not even there for you, they can't even help you. They don't want to do, they don't want to improve with you or anything. It's just why are they, at that point, they're not really aiding to the better quality of your life. And yes, you can say that the quality of your life is solely on your own, but the thing is, our lives aren't independent. Our lives are dependent on the things that we are going to just naturally depend on, and one of those things is our relationships. We need relationships. We need those friendships and family and, maybe a boyfriend or girlfriend if that's your route or something. And so if you don't pay attention to that and really take that seriously, that's going to affect your quality of life. I'm not sure if you heard, but the 5 people around you affect your life or something like that. 5 people around you make you something like that, right? But these are some of the scenarios to where I honestly think you should sacrifice that relationship, or you should not. You know, you really just focus on yourself and try to get away from this. Scenario 1. You've been improving while seeking knowledge, and it's been a while since you told your friends about improving your mental, physical, social, financial situations. Mind you, you guys weren't doing well. You know, before you weren't doing well. You weren't exercising. You weren't getting good sleep. You didn't talk too much, many people outside of a party chat or game chat. And your only consistencies are things like video games, TV, junk food, not having a purpose, alike, and you know, things like that. And at some point down the line, you acknowledge that with that, there's a better direction you could be going at. Because all those things, you were at times at within a period of like 10 years where you're really gonna be at, right? So you're like, oh, I can be doing better. And you start doing those things, where you start really seeking, searching, whatnot. And every day you're taking the steps to change. Doesn't mean you don't mess up, because of course it takes a while to really start getting consistent on improving, or you know, to really start breaking away the bad habits. So let's say it's been a year, and yeah, your friends heard you out. Maybe they even tried some things, right? That's nice. But they just keep on going back to where they're at. Like they just keep on, maybe they're like, okay, maybe we'll go to the gym with you. But it's been a year or more, and it's like they just keep on, and you're just like, bro, come on, man. Like I told you, you know what I mean? Like, come on, like, this is for the best of us. This is for the better of us. And you're not doing this for me. Why aren't you doing this for me? This is good for you, right? And like they don't oppose you. They're not telling you, they're not like trying to get you to not do it. They're not like, oh, you do that. But now the things that brought you guys together, which were those, you know, just hanging out, watching TV, video games, junk food, not doing much, and staying up and all that, all those things. Now your values are starting to, shift, or there's starting to be a difference in it, to where, you know, slowly but surely, I really don't see how you can be friends with somebody whose values you don't share with. Even if you guys don't agree on, you know, a whole bunch of things together, if you guys' values are the same, if not very similar, then it's fine. Like, then yeah, it should be fine. But then your values are expressed through your habits, through your behavior, through your lifestyle and stuff. And so, you know, like it's gonna be very hard to be friends, or to really, you know, spend that much time with people, or really commit, if you want to think about it in a relationship aspect, to people that you just don't share values with. Like, you're not gonna date someone you don't share values with. Why would you have friends you don't share values with? Your family is one thing, because you can't really do nothing about that, right? Except just like distance, unless you want to like talk to them. But for the most part, you gotta leave. You guys gotta break up, or you gotta be like, hey man, look, it's been good knowing you, right? Scenario number 2. So your friends, after an attempt, they just won't hear you out. You've been saying like, yo man, you know, let's make some more money, let's look better, you know, let's feel better, eat better, blah, 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 right? Making more money, getting a high quality relationship, being stronger and healthier, looking better. It's too much work. They want to do that. It's uncomfortable.
You're fine the way you are. Hop online, bro. Hop online. Let's play some games. Don't worry about why are you so worried about making more money and having a high quality relationship and being stronger and looking better? Are you insecure or something? Or you
those are your friends? Are these the people who are supposed to have a positive impact on your life? Because if your friends are supposed to have a positive impact on your life. That's why if they're doing negative things, that's when people are like, oh, you should leave them, or they're toxic, or what a bad friend, or that's when you're like, I need to stop hanging out with them, because when they start having those negative impacts. But flip it, and if your friend has a positive impact, you won't hear any of those problems. You won't have those problems of, yo, I think they're toxic for you. Yo, you should leave them. Or what are y'all doing? He has you doing that. He's pressuring you to do this. Or you're not even yeah, just like you're gonna want people who have a positive impact on your life. That's literally like your best friend. Your best friend, your best people, your favorites and stuff are all people that have a positive impact on your life. And if they're not having a positive impact on your life, and we're talking about your circle or your close people, right? So these people have to have one, because if not, if you let the things closest to you harm you, you know, they're not reliable. So if you have a friend who's not reliable, honest, weak, delusional, problematic, and they won't do anything about that, they don't even consider how their actions are affecting their life or yours, and they barely even try to get to know you or really, and yeah, like you're attached through prior years of, maybe you guys grew up together, maybe went to the same school, family, friends, something like that. But this is the outcome. They're more negative than they are positive. They're not even trying to be a good friend or be a good, they complain, you can't depend on them, they're not honest, maybe they bring chaos, they're not even trying to really think that much of, they're delusional. I don't see why you be friends with them. Why would you just don't do that? Don't do that. I had a friend who I just couldn't really depend on her. Those people that when they say something you just never believe it. And you're not surprised when they fail you, when they disappoint. You don't even get disappointed because you're just like, oh yeah, I knew, figured. It's just why would you want someone like that in your close group? Because then if something happens and you can't depend on them, then what? They're constantly pressuring you or trying to get you to do negative things. For example, excessive alcohol and drugs and junk food, poor sleep, excessive video games, and life is already going to be as hard as it's going to be. And one of the things that has made my life better or easier, or trimming the fat, trimming the unnecessary suffering out of my life, is when I got rid, or when I just stopped hanging with people who were trying to pressure me or were always on getting me to do the negative things that they were doing. When people were when I had friends when I knew people that were always just oh, let's just play some games, let's play games. Yo, why don't you drink this? Why don't you drink? Why don't you drink? Why don't you drink? You should try this. You should try this drug. Yo, let's stay up tonight. You'll say that. Oh yeah, I've been staying up. It's just because what? Excessive alcohol and drugs messes with your mental health, emotional health, and your physical health. Junk food, all three. Poor sleep, all three. Excessive video games, can be all three. It's not worth. It's just don't make your life even more harder than it has to be. Really don't. I've done it plenty of times. Scenario 5. So they only bring problems, but they don't bring a care to the solution. Someone that's just bringing drama, chaos, problems, but they don't care to actually be how do I solve these though? And soon enough, maybe that seems cool, right? Because you're not dealing with them, but soon enough you're going to be caught up in that tornado of misery. Because even if you say you just keep your distance, why would you even keep your distance from someone you're supposed to be close with? If that's supposed to be your homie, you wouldn't be I'm gonna just keep him over there at arm's length. No, you're gonna want to be close to them. They're supposed to be in your bubble. It's supposed to be someone you can count on to talk to, blah blah blah, right? And so if someone is bringing more problems and not enough solutions, or they're not saying, hey man, I don't like this, what can I do? Or I need to search up, or I need to learn this, then you're constantly going to be getting just negativity, like complaints and oh, what happened this time and whatnot. And of course things happen. Like, it's, if your friend is going through something, it's not like, oh, stop being their friend. No, it's not that. It's a thing of, you know, if they bring you 20 problems and zero care to even fix those problems, or even like 5, and it's still 15, and you're like, there's still 15 things, why aren't you doing anything? And at some point another problem's gonna come, and it's gonna add up, you're gonna get backed up with problems, and then what? That's not gonna help. Comment any scenarios that would show you should sacrifice that friendship or relationship for your life success. And you will be faced with sacrificing your friend for success. If your best friend rather not see the beauty of their mind, body, spirit, and existence, and you want to, this means allowing the risk of them affecting your values in life with their energy or their value. Because if the 5 people around you affect your life, positive or negative, then it's up to you to make sure that the 5 people around you are the best they can be for you, positively. Not, oh, because you want to be lazy, so the 5 people around you should be lazy people. No, seek that challenge. Seek that positive impact and subscribe to receive positive. Good night. I need to go to sleep soon.